Send it to his email. I just said, isn't it on Steam?
On second down, Elliott.
Nothing in here, you fucking moron.
Pushes way forward to about the 32.
There's nothing in the email.
5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's
I'm on a
down.
fucking PC.
And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
And when you make an investment in a position, defensive line is a great place to do it, and the 49ers have done exactly that. Solomon Thomas.
Is this supposed to be a link attached to this email? Because this says Madden. That's it.
DeForest Buckner 2000.
So what the fuck did you send an email for? I'm gonna move to Knox Country, Tennessee. Yep.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning.
Yeah.
Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Taking it about the 16. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They're brought out by their 5th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
San Francisco gave New England a 2nd-round pick to acquire Jimmy Garoppolo's services, and it might turn out to be the steal of 2017. How about this for immediate impact? Took a 1-10, put him in the starting lineup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'm watching Tommaso Ciampa rub his belt in some grandmother's face on the front of NXT.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg, rolling to his right. To the right side, caught by Saleh. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
You're trash, dude.
Offensively, when you...
I can't wait to whip your fucking ass. You're trash.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not pump the ball again.
They go to Elliott again. And a solid run down inside the 30. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll try to run forward with Elliott, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do
Hopefully you
it,
can get your money back.
yeah, right now, you know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Prescott now on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will make it 6-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost
This game looks
opportunity
exactly
right
the same
there.
as last year.
I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded about a yard deep.
I don't know. It looks like shit on streaming over here.
Of the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Back to throw Beathard. Over the middle to Kittle. Complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back to receive it, Deontay Thompson. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
You do know that backups are in the game.
Last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative.
Yeah.
They're not hoping
A preseason
for
game.
They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down.
Didn't ask you. You didn't notice it says preseason when the start of the game? Isn't there like a triangle button or something like that? It says automatic starts, whatever. That you say you forgot to do it for the Cowboys.
All right, here we go.
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. He's going to find his man. It's Tamon Austin. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. A good pickup there at 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB,
Shanahan's going to quit.
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room.
I just watching Face Off on Netflix. The fucking movie looks like it came out last week. It's so damn good.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. Predictable, and you know me pretty well.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Here we go!
Now White from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they.
Touchdown, 49ers! Marquise Goodwin, 40 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get
It's
it
versus
to me.
third
I'll take care of the
stringers.
rest of it.
Helping out the
Green
team, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. Gold now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. We take a look at Mike White as he and the rest of the offense march out into place. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
First carry for Bo Scarborough, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Here we go.
They try again with Scarborough. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 3rd down, that's Austin. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
You should have took a look at it.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They run again with Breida. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They run with Breida. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It is back to football for 22 teams here on this Thursday night, minus the Ravens and Bears who played last week. And we want to remind you that coming up on the first Sunday of the NFL season, we'll begin taking a look around the NFL at halftime with stats and scores from games in progress. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these...
You're fucking terrible.
Good coverage throughout this one.
About it, and in today's NFL...
Hey, come on, come on, come on. 11.
Play action. Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Your running back was wide open for a long time. Nobody was covering the running back.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over.
You lobbed it right into what?
So nursing a... The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. White. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field.
Yeah, it's up and down the D-pad, I think.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Let's go.
They'll try and run forward, 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. He'll get it up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. White gonna throw on 3rd and goal. And this is gonna be incomplete.
But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
These are the third stringers.
And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high.
Let me see the difficulty.
6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
Yeah, right. All rookie.
When you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush line, file it away because
Here we go.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's brought down after a good game. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
that was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Breda. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breda. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
These two fags.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of
Hey,
the yardage
you
is
good
up
with
through the
what
air.
you needed from yesterday?
And in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense
Huh?
might be a little bit off balance.
All right,
They pick up
just
another
making
first
sure.
down with that run.
And he's brought down.
Ready not to check for the run.
Yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another
We just got
first
home.
down.
How many times do we say
San Francisco, some guy was selling a low seat for the bigger bike for like hella cheap.
And shifty, can make moves, make people miss.
A low seat for the motorcycle, so I could actually plant my feet on the ground and not tippy-toe.
It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point
It's a seat, but
game
it's
here as we
lower.
get set for quarter number 4.
By 20.
Then we went to Burger.
Now it's Breda. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
No.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the
Oh, is
sticks,
that
whatever
Moy?
you want to call it,
I thought it was Hector.
fits the bill.
Well, it is a computer. Like the Niners and Cowboys didn't play.
Isn't the Cowboys game tomorrow or next week? Hector sold his rig or something?
This is Breda. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away with it.
God,
Just
it's a
the
family
defense right there. They
reunion
sold out to stop
for
that
cats.
running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to
What are you guys doing?
go play action, hit them over the top.
Just getting home.
Good. I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege.
And they'll go on the ground. down right around the 25. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down.
Go for it, fullback run.
Stop pretending like you know what you're talking about. Right back to the siege.
They'll run with the fullback, Juszczyk. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
I form and move it to the left. 2 wide receivers on one side.
Delay of game, offense.
Go back to the same formation.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right.
Make sure if somebody doesn't follow the running back.
No up tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. He fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former 1st-round pick, Dayton Jones. Able to run him down.
What the hell are you running to?
20 yards.
Oh, God.
I didn't tell you to start running backwards. What the hell?
On play action, now Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions
All
you've
pro
had in
my
the game
fucking ass.
before
I
the
need to drop
second
that.
half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Airing it deep for Garcon. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though.
11.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Deep ball for Goodwin. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Under pressure, you got hit on your back foot.
Saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception.
Pettis is on your side of the field, wide open, already beat the DB.
We always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I'm out.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defense.
Damn.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And the 49ers going to take another timeout.
Timeout.
They'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll run it here. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
Going up the side. Oh, why did you fair catch, you pussy?
And San Francisco to go here.
Dude, that's at least a 30-35 on the going up the sideline.
He's back to throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Whole triangle.
Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Goodwin. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
What the fuck are you doing, dude? What? And you want to play me in this? You can't even beat the fucking third stringers.